this will be the basic scheme. There's an added brace back here. I do that a lot. I may put another one on the top side to anchor the bottom better. Anyway, these are slightly arched, and we're going to remove most of that arch on the belt sand. It's part of the board. Let's see here. That's good. There. Now. Yeah. Right here is warpage. Right here, there's some, this is, the neck is pulled up over the years. It causes a little bit of a dip right here. And when we glue the braces in, we're going to try to eliminate that by making it flat across, and we're also going to spray some water in there when we start gluing the braces in place. is 24 1/4. That's 12 1/8 from here to here, and 12 1/8 from here to the theoretical. That would be a total of 24 1/4. We're going to add 1/8. I've got the bridge in there. So we're going to be at 12 1/4. This is approximate. This is only approximate for layout. There's the bridge. It's usually on the other side. But we can get an idea of where it's going to be. There's the X. And what I'm wanting for the X is that it will cross at the points of the pyramid pretty much exactly. You know, we're in Sedona, and we got the woo-woo thing going. It's completely arbitrary. There's nothing spiritual or hocus pocus, but I like it. Anyway, we'll be adding the bridge plate and the other braces. Next, we have to cut these to fit. Bridges. These are from Asia. They're nice grained rosewood. When you sand them, they smell nice. They're really rosewood. The slots aren't as deep as I'd like, but they're fine. Everything is good about these, and they're probably $8 a piece. So, some things I've done here. Use the tape measure to get a real good idea of where the saddle will be. The saddle on the original bridge was off by 1/4 of an inch because it was a slide guitar. Anyway, when I do these measurements and I just eyeball it, we want 12 3/8 to the front of the slot at the G string. Anyway, I've located here approximately, mostly just by eye plus the tape measure, and traced it out. And all like that. Now we could actually put in the old pyramid if we wanted, by eye anyway. It's going to be real close. Okay. Now, the board is flat that this is on, and my goal is to start to brace it and flatten it at the same time. I have not done any repair on the loose areas here for reasons. Now, I've determined where these two pieces come together was the exact center. There was a mark for this center, and I've checked the distance. Now, this edge is the center line of the guitar body. And took this, what I want is the X here to be the center line of this X to be right on the center line of this, and I'll move it until I see these things pretty much crossing where I want them on those pyramids. And when I get it where I think it's close, I mark. When I mark it actually to the inside, because the kerfing is the same on the bottom and the top. So I get them marked, then I trim them, but I give some excess. Then these are all cut with the, just cut with the old coping saw, and shazam, here they are. I've pre-cut them for the video. Now, I can take this out because I know where my bridge is going to be, and I set this in and start to maneuver it until you can see that I've got this thing almost exactly where I want it to be. I'm just using coarse sandpaper due to the final sanding, but this one's on the money. This one needs to go that way a little bit. So I'll take a little off here, a little off here, and we're almost ready to glue this in. There's no bridge plate. We're going to put in a probably a scalloped brace across here, like this. There. There's really no need for this. It's going to be a light scallop brace, but we'll have a brace here and here. I'm adding the one in the back. It's my trademark. And this will be scalloped. So what I'll be doing now is getting these braces and the scalloped brace. Here it is, the scalloped brace. Now, these bracing sets I buy completely cut for including the scalloping. They've copied a real good guitar, and I buy 2 or 3 sets at a time because once in a while you get a bad piece. They're really inexpensive. You can never make them for the price. And, but they're big, so I cut the ends down, as you see. And I'll have to estimate where to cut this to take advantage of the scalloping. And it'll be this we cut off, leave this area here. So I'm going to now mark and cut, finish doing this brace, move it over, it's almost exact. And then I'm going to do these braces again. I'm going to mark and cut them with a coping saw. And maybe glue them tonight or wait. We'll see. It's getting late. I'm going with that. I checked my favorite guitar. I did it like that. So these need to be feathered down. All of them need to be. I made a new bridge plate from a chunk of maple. So these all need to feather down to almost nothing. They're not going to get tucked under unless by chance, and that's pretty hard. So stick them all back together. Put in the glue. I'll clean some of this up a little more. More to put in, and there's an entire plan that will go with gluing it later. 1, 2, 9, 12, 16. So the cause of almost all neck resets is not any kind of failure at this joint. There's warpage here. This is up, oh, 1/10 of an inch, a 1/16 of an inch. It's been bent up because the neck was pulled that way by the strings. If you can watch this go away, you can also see this move, but mostly, you know, this. See it go back up? When you make this top flat, the angle of the neck returns to its original position. As a slide guitar, this did not have a lot of good neck angle because it uses high bridges and high nuts. But there's enough here to get the correct neck angle without adding any stress to the body, simply by putting this into its up position when we glue the back on. Now, we're not going to be trying to force this up or anything. It's going to go where it wants, and it'll be correct because this is the source of almost all neck resets, but people find it much harder to take the back off and straighten this. I believe if you think about it, there would be a way to fixture a return to flatness to achieve a neck angle reset. It wouldn't take, StewMac could sell the hell out of them, couldn't they? It would be a fixture like the neck puller, only sort of in reverse. It would rest on these ridges here as bars and be able to pull this back up with a little bit of reflected light bulb heat inside and some pushy pushy. So we're going to add some pushy pushy to this and push it back down. Hopefully. On be slathering glue. So, if you glue it like that, we're in trouble. It has to be like that. This is the premium. I haven't pre-selected a spreader, so we'll be doing a little bit more with this. Here's my splitter. I got my splitter here. The splitter here. Again. Okay. There's a burr. I don't want any burrs, you know. All right. Oops. Have to wipe that up. This stuff dries quickly. Quickly, there's no time. Come on. And the directions say, use an ample amount. Use a little more than you might think is what they're saying. That works on certain things, and it's a disaster on others. We'll go with that. Okay. We likey. I'm going to be trying to do here is use all of the power at my disposal, whoa, look at that, to flatten this as all the critical braces are drying. Well, this one will need glue on the back. So we'll need glue here. And here. We'll be pushing down on all this stuff with the famous graviton force module system, augmented by the Go Bars. The Go Bars were out on a date with Bob Corritor. They're playing a blues festival in Hong Kong, but they're coming in by helicopter. What the hell is he talking about? Okay. We're going to make an attempt at cleaning up the major squeeze out. Used to be Colonel Squeeze Out till he had that AWOL, so come on now. Major Squeeze Out. So we're going to use a combination of force module and Go Bars, as we say. What do you want to start with? I'm going to start with a force module, just because. Now we're going to be adding weight. We're going to add as much weight as we can to the right places. And go from there. Yeah. Nothing to keep me from putting weights down in there too. Around the edge to some degree. Yes. Oh yeah. We use Go Bars on the end. Repeat that. I doubt we'll have a problem there. But nope. Nope. Those are Go Bars. We're going to use these for dead weight. And kick some Go Bars in here short amente. We're not putting a lot of weight back here right now, I must admit. But we are now. Mostly by the sound hole. We're going to augment What can I see here? We'll push up on this a bit with a spacer of some kind. Improvised spacer. Nothing too strenuous, you know. Something like that. Just to bias this whole operation. Okay, back to the chicken shack. I'm almost of a mind to put two back here. As you know, I'm sponsored by the Graviton Force Module Company, and we're going to be doing a commercial. We're going to start taping the commercial as soon as get the musician in here. His name is Chip Oatley. He's the star of the Chip Oatley Cowboy Cooking Show. And okay, there's a start. Now, the ends of these are sometimes where we need extra. See if we're lucky here. Do we have enough? Yes. These are called go bars. I've said it 20 times tonight already. That was perfect. Yes. It's going on the ends of these just to make sure that they behave. There you go. Yeah, we need some there. We also need some more weight that we don't have. But we'll deal with it. Okay. That one wants to go there, but I would like it to bend the other way. Nope, it does not want to, boss. Well, that ain't so bad. Pretty good. Not bad. I can't complain. Otherwise, things are just about the same. Ooh, moppa, pow, pow. If I had some more weight, I'd hammer in the morning. All over the land. I'll whoop this on here one time. This one's a reject from the Graviton factory. But it works as a simple weight. Not like the regular ones. The real Graviton. Well, folks, we're going to call it good. We'll come back in the morning. Oh, I'm also going to give this a spritz. It's in the mist mode, and this will help the wood relax. I should have sprayed everything before I put the bricks in, but inquiring minds want to know. 1, 2. Does it work? That's what we want to know. It's not genuine without the G. Disguised to look like an ordinary brick, this high technology module is capable of producing an exact weight in direct response to gravity. If gravity changes, the weight changes automatically. What more could you ask? Constant force in a specific direction. Wow. Anyway, looks pretty good. Let's check the infamous neck angle. Would you look at that? It's perfect. Did not pull the neck. We did not touch the joint. There's nothing wrong with the joint. Neck resets are almost always caused by warpage in this area due to string pull. The key is to break this loose underneath. You gotta break this loose. It goes into here, 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 and that lets it find its place. Without doing that, now this thing called fall off is a plan for failure, and it doesn't work. When this thing starts to move, it just pushes everything down. So having it pre-down doesn't, the theory being the neck's going to come up, this will stay where it is and it'll level out. It doesn't work, it just keeps pushing everything down. Anyway, we reset the neck and eliminated the source of the problem rather than putting a Band-Aid on it by pulling the neck and cutting this angle again. In my opinion, this is the way to reset a neck when possible. Sometimes it's not, and it's easier to pull the neck. There they are. And the bridge plate. Now, that bridge plate started as a chunk of maple. Good stuff. Maple is the bomb for bridge plates. Oak is a little too hard. So, first I had to chop off this piece. And I ran this piece through the bandsaw to get something like this. But it has a sawn edge, so then we belt sand it. And then we have our bridge. Yeah, man. I'm trying to show everything it takes to make one of these things. And it's a lot. So, we got this. Oh yeah, we have another brace to put in. Where is that brace? Oh boy. There it is. We still have to install this guy. We'll do that shortly. Put this bridge plate in next. Yes. Final cleanup. We putting a thin piece of wood, gluing it with tight bond. Do not use a lot of glue. It will cause this thing to turn into a potato chip. We don't want that. Do not use a lot of glue. It soaks in on one side where the glue is, but not the other, and has a radical effect on the shape. Now we're going to hit that with some go bars to make sure it doesn't warp while it's drying. Well, that one's a little short. It's a good one too. No problem. That's good. Well, I didn't put any glue in there. I'm happy with that. Let's put some glue on those two edges. It's almost glued now. I need glue here and here. One more time. Okay. Back at it. I'm thinking. Now, go bar grande. Will this one work now? We're getting there. Viola, as they say in France. All right. So here we are with the finished bracing. There's the, there you go. It's all well glued. Still have to do some replacements and general fixaroo for the kerfing. Now, just one more time. About resetting necks. This thing is flat and undistorted. And we haven't touched the neck joint itself, but the neck angle is now virtually perfect. It's better than perfect. So keep that in mind. If you fix the problem instead of putting a Band-Aid on it. Adios.